KNEB, 62 degrees, breezy high in the 80s today. Time for News Extra, brought to you by Daring Civic Center. Here's Kevin.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Bart Martinson is here. We're going to talk about the kind of the culminating event of the big Farm and Ranch Festival going on this weekend out at the Farm and Ranch Museum. And that is the John Conlee concert coming up on this coming Sunday.
Yes, and we are so excited about it. Ticket sales are really going well. And while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to ask Denny about something because I know that John Conlee is going to call and do an interview. And do you have any idea when that interview will be aired, Denny?
Not yet.
Okay.
But he's going to do the interview tomorrow, so we'll do it. We'll be on the air sometime this week. And so anyway, for John Conlee concert, Sunday, 6 o'clock out at the Five Rocks Amphitheater. And you have a big opening act as well, right?
Well, we're really excited about that because the Heberts are the opening act, Kevin. And Tim and Matt do such an excellent job. And they have a wonderful following, and I just love to hear them sing. So we were really excited that Matt and Tim would open the show. And I want to tell you something about John Conlee. He did this song called Common Man, and John is just like that. I mean, he is such a good guy, and he will stay there and autograph, the CDs, T-shirts, whatever, meet the people that want to meet him. And he fits in real well with our community, Kevin, because he has a small farm outside of Nashville, and he farms it. And he loves the thing that he loves the very most is being out on his tractor.
Yeah. Well, so he definitely fits in, and the weather's going to be good this weekend. We're going to have a little nip in the air during the middle of the week, but the weather comes back and is nice on Sunday. And you've got a number of sponsors that have helped you with this particular concert.
Well, we do, Kevin, and I'll tell you, our sponsors stepped up to the plate again this year. They did this last year, but Regional West Medical Center, 21st Century Equipment, and Westco are our main sponsors for this event. And I believe that we are so fortunate to live in a community where people want to support the things that are going on. And the Farm and Ranch Museum sure does need the money, but it's wonderful to live in a community where people will step up to the plate and help out.
Now, you mentioned outside that Fremont Motors is doing some things for you.
Fremont Motors is taking care of the lights and sound. And that's a big, big part of the concert is having the sound right and the lights right.
That's right.
So it should be a lot of fun. And people just can bring their own chairs if they want to, and set up on the hill at Five Rocks. And it's a family. It's a family event. And people are always saying, I wish there were more family events. And this really is a family event because children 6 and under get in free. Yeah. It's only $20 for adults, $10 from children 12 to 6, and then 6 and under are free. And, if the kids get bored and they want to run around on the grass out there, they can do that.
Yeah. And so it starts at 6, and how long will it go on Sunday night?
Well, I've asked the Heberts, Matt and Tim, if they would sing for about 45 minutes, and then, of course, John is bringing his whole band.
Yeah.
And
so they got to set up.
They've got to set up, and I don't think that'll take more than 15 minutes maybe, and then John will perform for an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. So we're talking about 2.5 hours of entertainment for $20.
Yeah. So that's pretty nice. And once again, tickets are $20. And how do folks get tickets ahead of time?
Well, they can call out to the Farm and Ranch Museum, or they can see any one of the board members. And Marty, my husband, Marty Martinson, he's been out trying to sell tickets like mad. So they could call our house at 632-4729, or they can call the Farm and Ranch Museum and get their tickets. Now, the tickets are going to be $25 at the gate, so we're hoping that people will get them ahead of time. Also, Kevin, they're going to have sandwiches, sloppy joes and hot dogs and so forth at the concession stand, because last year we had a lot of people that wanted a sandwich. And so we'll have chips and sandwiches and popcorn and candy and pop and all that stuff at the concession stand. And the gals are working really hard on that. So
That's very nice. That's very nice. So the number for the Farm and Ranch Museum is 436-1989. It's pretty easy to give them a ring and make sure you get your tickets, or you can give Marty a call. You guys are going to get a lot of phone calls.
well, you know what? We have an answering machine, so it's okay. If I could get Marty off that golf course long enough.
Well,
you know.
that's where he belongs. He's retired now.
Yeah, I know. And here I am doing all of this stuff. But I do want to thank KNEB. Denny and Kevin and Dave sitting here putting this on Facebook. Now, that's a whole different thing. Now you have to get up and try to make yourself look halfway
Well, that's
decent.
right. That's right. All right, we'll talk a little bit more right after this 30-second timeout. All right, so we just talk about how it goes for the Farm and Ranch Museum. Is there anything in particular?
Well, the thing about it is, I want to say that the sponsors have taken care of the whole cost.
Yeah.
So all the money from the sale of the tickets will go to the Farm and Ranch, and that's really important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these guys put up quite a bit of money, so I
Yeah.
want to give them as much, you know.
All right, we are back with Bart Martinson here on our News Extra program, talking about the John Conlee concert coming up this Sunday night over at Five Rocks Amphitheater. 6 o'clock this Sunday. You need to get your tickets ahead of time. They're $20. You give the Farm and Ranch Museum a call at 436-1989. Now, your sponsors, the reason why you have these sponsors is they're pretty important in taking care of expenses, right?
Well, they are. Regional West Medical Center, 21st Century Equipment, and Wesco have put out the money to pay for everything, along with Fremont Motors paying for the lights and sound. So all the money from the sale of the tickets goes directly to the Farm and Ranch. And that's pretty important that people understand that, because the Farm and Ranch they have a debt they need to get paid off.
Yeah.
And
Still paying for their building.
right, they're still paying for their building. And I'll tell you, one thing that's neat about the Farm and Ranch, I think, one thing that I think is neat about the Farm and Ranch is the fact that they teach our young people how the panhandle started. And last week, every year they invite all the fourth graders from around to come in. And it's just such a wonderful thing to see the young people's eyes and so forth when they're learning all these things.
Yeah. All right. So there's other locations in addition to the Farm and Ranch Museum. You can get your tickets.
Right. You can get your tickets at all of the Platte Valley locations and at Wesco's main office in Alliance, and also 21st Century in Alliance, and then also 21st Century in Bridgeport. But KNEB has been an important part of this. They can call KNEB and get their tickets too.
Okay.
I guess Marty, they handed me this note from Marty, and I guess it was because Marty didn't want all those phone calls.
Yeah, so there's a lot of other places you can go besides just calling Marty on the phone and getting these tickets.
Right.
So KNEB is one of them. Platte Valley Bank locations, 21st Century Equipment, and Wesco locations as well. And of course, you can get them up at the Farm and Ranch Museum. So we appreciate you stopping by, and good luck with the concert.
Well, we're excited about it. We want to get as many people from the area as we can, Kevin, and thank you, and thank Denny, and I guess we have to thank Dave.
That's right. You know, if you want to see it, you can look for the interview on Facebook. Today, the KNEB Facebook page. All right, back to you, Dan. Okay.